Okay, so have you ever run into a problem sending agreements for signature in Lawmatics when both participants share the same email address? Maybe it's a couple or a parent or child, and you need two separate signatures. Well, from my experience, this can be really confusing because Lawmatics doesn't automatically distinguish contacts with the same email address. The good news is there's a simple solution, and it's called the plus one. So here's how it works. Let's say your main client is Tommy Barbic. With the email tommy@gmail.com, and his spouse Maggie shares the same email. So for Maggie, you just simply enter her email as tommy+1@gmail.com. This creates two distinct addresses in Lawmatics, allowing you to send the agreement for signature to both Tommy and Maggie. Each will receive a copy that's addressed specifically to them, and it doesn't interfere with any other emails or automations going to that address. I will say just double check which email providers allow this. Google does. That's a given for Gmails. The other ones, it's hit or miss, so you want to just double check that. But if you're struggling with shared email addresses in Lawmatics and you want a smooth, foolproof way to get signatures from both parties, the plus one solution is exactly what you need. So now I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, so here we have a matter, and we have the contact Yogi Bear, and then we have the spouse as Michelle Scott. So if I go to Yogi Bear, and then I also open Michelle Scott, let's take a look at what Yogi Bear has. Yogi Bear is just this random email. So we're going to actually just make them the same. And so we'll leave that one with this email. And then if I come over to Michelle's, you can see I've put the same email address in, but I put plus one right before the @ sign. So now that I've done that, here's what allows me to do. So now I can just send the engagement agreement, and you'll see how this works. If we click on to open an engagement agreement, and then I just choose an engagement agreement, we can put that here, and then we can put a date if we want so we can track it. That's the file name. This is the requester. You can put a deadline if you want. So we'll just say I'm the firm signature. This is the client, but now we want to add Michelle Scott. So when we select Michelle Scott, you can see it's that email address. Now I'm going to hit send, and I'll show you what it did. So now if I just simply open the emails, the very first email that came is to Yogi. And when you open it, it's all the things that Yogi needs to sign. When I open the second email that came, it's addressed to Michelle. And it'll open up and allow anything that Michelle was assigned to sign, but they both went to the same email address. So this is how you address multiple contacts that you need to sign an agreement that have the exact same email address. Again, double check that the email provider allows the plus one. Gmail does. And there are a couple other ones. Yahoo does not. So just double check that before you use it, but it's a really great, useful tool to ensure that every client can successfully get the engagement agreement signed to move forward in your process.